Napoleon. Napoleon. Nothing for Napoleon today, Asterix. I'm sorry. I wish one day you attend the tea time and we have a big surprise for you. But I swear that when we have a Napoleonic game coming in the next announcement round, you'll be the first to know. We'll actually email you first. So newsletter for Napoleonic announcements. First subscriber is Asterix. Hello everyone. I hope you're fine. There's only 1 hour left on the Skulls promotion. You know that the festival has been going on for 1 week. It's been so far the most successful Skulls event ever for us in all respects. I mean, number of downloads, number of sales, number of views, number of visits, everything has been, really good, really good. Very happy about how the feedback went on what we have released, both with Gladius, the free units we've released on Battle Sector, new players for Battle Sector and Gladius. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing the love for the turn-based strategy games on Warhammer 40,000 setting. I'm very happy that we can do these every year, and a massive thanks to Games Workshop, of course, for running these. These are massive events, and I love it that we can participate every year. So you still have 1 hour to download Gladius base game for free. There's a light now. Gladius main game for free. You can get Battle Sector and its DLCs on a huge discount. We had millions of downloads of Gladius over the last 7 days, and lots of very, very positive feedback. So we call it the Immortal, and it's still going strong after all these years. That's massive. When Gladius was free on Steam, was it because of Slitherine or Steam, Yulyug? A bit of both, I guess. We ask Steam to put the game as free to keep. The game's been free to keep on Steam, on Epic, and on GOG, I think, over the last week. So it's really an idea of managing the life cycle of the game after all these years. We're trying to get more people to play the game, and so that it can, download more DLCs and such. So it's all a bit of management of the game life cycle and keep it fresh, keep a lot of players playing it, so that they keep coming back to it and so on. So last year we did it. We had something like 12, I don't remember, some crazy number of downloads, and we said, why not do it this year again? With very low hopes. I mean, we had so many downloads last year. We thought, it's not going to happen that we do the same, and we actually did end up doing more than last year. So it's just crazy how people discover games in such an organic way, and without any push or anything. It's just like, hey, there's this game. You just try it out, and it's working very, very well. So that's great. I grabbed a few Gladius DLCs from GOG. I already had on Steam and Battle Sector 2, thanks to the sale. Yeah, great, and there's more to come, so keep coming back. Any news about Broken Arrow, when another beta for the game? Another beta for Broken Arrow probably going, probably most likely going this summer, with the final beta happening. We don't know yet when, so when we have more news about the exact date, we'll let you know. You should now B2C8 to Warhammer 40k and create an operational and strategic level for Battle Sector. Kind of. Battle Sector has a lot of life to it, and there's many plans for it. I mean, you've probably checked out the video that we have produced on the next steps for Battle Sector. There's a lot that we're planning to do, and we are hoping that we are going to be able to give you more information about when stuff is happening on Battle Sector, but we don't have a sort of exact dates yet. check it out and make sure that you follow us. Got me more interested. Gladius will get hooked. Yeah, I think so, Asterix. I think it's a good point. You know, the game is very good with AI, and I think in general, making these sort of games, especially on the late games, on the late game with AI, you know, still playing well and meaningfully is very important. So again, props to Proxy Studios for being so good. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening in the background here. Michele is trying to make a monitor work with no real success. So if you see me distracted sometimes, like what is going on, it's just I'm trying to understand what's happening over there. So for both Gladius and Battle Sector, there's going to be more happening in the next few weeks and months. So stay tuned on that. Next week is a big week. We have two big events. The first big event is, of course, on Tuesday. Tuesday next week, we have the Field of Glory Day, June 4th. The Field of Glory Day is going to be sort of split into two, I would say. The first part of the Field of Glory Day will be starting at, I think it's 5 p.m. on Twitch, 5 p.m. UK time on Twitch. And this is the first part is going to be sort of dedicated to sort of more historic background, because we're focusing on Field of Glory Kingdoms and the sort of Middle Ages. We have two historians joining us. One, Dr. Claire Cannon, and the other one, Professor Robert Houghton. They're both joining us here in Milan to sort of go through some interesting facts about the Middle Ages, but also answer your questions, and there's going to be a lot of interaction. Both of them are coming from a different background, and Robert Alton is really being adamant into sort of trying to push video games as a mean of popularizing history. So he's been involved in many games, including some Paradox stuff, and we've been supporting his project as called the Middle Ages in Modern Games for now 3 years. Field of Glory has been sponsoring that event, sort of gathering a lot of historians into the subject. And Dr. Claire Cannon, she's helped us produce some really cool material to support Kingdoms, and you'll see that coming in the next few weeks. And she's also going to contribute to the conversation with her incredible knowledge about, the social aspects of the Middle Ages and many other, insights. So get your questions ready and make sure you join us. And after that, we're going to sort of launch Field of Glory Kingdoms. And the Kingdoms will be presented to you by Neil McKenna and Alberto, our valiant Alberto, who's always on the front line to explain what is happening when we launch games. We also have a lot of very cool commercial stuff happening in the meantime as well. Fanatical, our friends at Fanatical are running sort of deep discounts on the Field of Glory franchise. There's going to be a lot happening on the commercial side too. So make sure you prepare your wallets too. In case you don't want to, just come and follow us and ask questions to the experts, because it's going to be a very interesting afternoon and evening. My question, why was it called the Middle Ages? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know these things. Keep it for the historians. Anyway, this is for Field of Glory Day. Make sure you tune in on Tuesday at 5. And of course, on Thursday, because Thursday is launch day, and it's also the anniversary of the D-Day, we are launching a new DLC for Combat Mission, Battle for Normandy. which we have a very creatively called Battle Pack 2. This is a DLC focused on Utah Beach, and you'll have a lot of cool missions for Battle for Normandy there. It's the first sort of original DLC that has been developed for Battle for Normandy for quite a long time, so expect a lot of new stuff happening, and it's releasing on the 6th of June, so make sure you tune in for that. We're going to have a lot of preview streamings as well for that, so I'm going to explain more about it later. Just checking the chat there, because I've got like I don't have the main screen there, technical stuff, and so I'm trying to check in on the computer here, but the problem is that chat goes so fast. So if you've got any question there, post it, and maybe Andrea on the back can give me some hints if I didn't answer anything in particular. The sort of list of dev diaries and updates on games has been, increasingly growing over the last few weeks. Yet only in the last week we have published a new guide for Terminator, created by Yogdog. This guide is a big hour-long guide about the founders and how they tactically use their abilities to fight against Legion. It's pretty in-depth. If you like gameplay and you like sort of suggestions on how to play, or to better play, Yog is giving you a good insight on how to do that. Make sure you check it out if you like Terminator. By the way, Terminator is doing extremely well, so thank you to everyone who's been supporting the game so far. In other news, Starship Troopers, Terran Command, Urban Onslaught. So, you know that this game has been announced, the second big DLC for Starship Troopers. It's called Urban Onslaught. It's going to release around the second half of June. There's a transparency there of something on screen, but I don't know what it is. No, it's not Starship Troopers. So the DLC is releasing in the second half of June, Urban Onslaught. There's already 3 dev diaries out, then number 4 has just released. You can check it out there. I think we've got some images of units and such, but basically the core of the new DLCs really very much, about, of course, new missions, new setting, urban setting, and so on. There's quite a lot of very, very, very cool new units. What you see there is the autocannon and the mortar turrets. That's something that you sort of place in the map and make good use of them. Then there's a sentry turret there, and then there's material that you'll see next. Basically, lots of cool new units. What we are trying to achieve here, why, and what is Lucas trying to achieve? I think that the Terran Command, when it came out, did very, very well. And now, we're at the point where Lucas and the Artistocrats are trying to sort of come up with new ideas and still make all the new ideas relevant to the Starship Troopers world. It's not always easy. I think they've done a great job at at an increasing level of spec in terms of content and new stuff on the Raising Hell DLC. I think this one is really in league of its own, because it's really almost like playing a new game in some areas. Tactically, it's very different. Of course, the urban maps have always been one of the most successful in both previous releases. So that's really the focus on the game, and it's going to be massive. I think the cool thing about Urban Onslaught is that it's also going to sort of give more story to the Starship Troopers universe, And everything we've been doing with Starship Troopers, very much in conjunction with Sony Pictures, has been, really trying and give life to new stories within that setting. And I think Lucas and his team have done a great job at sort of delivering on that. And as I said, it's releasing towards second half of June. I can't really tell you when. I know when, but I can't tell you when. For two main reasons. It's not 100% sure, and the second reason is that someone will kill me if I tell you, and I don't want that. I want to be back here on Thursday next week. The other dev diary that's been published is on Strategic Command, World War II, War in the Pacific. I can't spoil it, Shards. You know why I can't spoil it, Shards? Because if it doesn't happen, then someone will come and kill me for sure. So, no, I won't say it's. Strategic Command World War II, War in the Pacific has a dev diary number 3, which focuses on China. You can check it out. This is coming out just before the start of the summer sale, Steam summer sale. I think on the day before the start, Steam summer sale. So make sure you check that out. It's one of Yogg's most anticipated releases, maybe the most anticipated release ever for Yogg Dog. Imagine that there's no French tank in this game, and he's still excited about it, which is crazy. I'm projecting. Oh gosh, this psychopathic stuff you're giving me. Anyway, and also the other dev diary that we've just published is about ICBM escalation, number 7 on this occasion. The cool thing about ICBM escalation, I don't know if there's fans of ICBM in this chat, but I want to sort of give a little bit of 2 minutes on this one. ICBM escalation came up and it started as a project as, okay, let's improve the game graphically and add some bits to it, and it exploded into something much bigger. So much so that when we saw the game last time, we were like, is it really something that sort of should be compared with ICBM? Because ICBM is there, it's still there, in its original form. But there's so much more about this game. So we're on dev diary number 7. If you read everything that's been published on this, you'll see how much stuff Softwareware has been putting into this new iteration. It started as an improvement on the previous one. It started as, okay, let's make number 2, and it's now, it's almost like, I'm gonna just exaggerate a bit here, but it's almost like a 4X game. It's a Paradox-like 4X game in modern time with nukes, which is a great line. It's not that effectively, but it's definitely something that goes along those lines. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to you guys playing it. Make sure you follow the development on that game. I think I've left something in the bag. Yes, I've got the last of the 5 videos for Rule the Waves just being published. Rule the Waves 3, as you know, we started this series of documentary videos about the development and the sort of improvements of naval warfare. I think back in like 5 or 6 months ago, I think it was just the end of 2023 when we launched the first episode. Liam's been working on the follow-up episodes, and we've now got to the end of the series. So here's the last episode of the Rule the Waves 3 documentary series.
The Second World War had seen new technologies implemented on a massive scale. By the end of the war, vast fleets of radar-equipped Essex-class carriers, Iowa-class battleships and Fletcher-class destroyers were in service. These ships risked becoming obsolete as a new post-war technological boom revolutionized weapon systems. Guided rockets and jet engines would see naval warfare pivot in new and unconventional directions. The guided missile reached its maturity in the 1950s and 1960s. Early surface-to-air missiles, like the RIM-2 Terrier, when combined with the ship's powerful radar, could identify and track enemy aircraft from further away than any previous air defense system. The miniaturization of electronics also made aircraft suitable for mounting radars themselves. The increasing power of jet engines allowed for heavier payloads, and anti-ship missiles like the AS-12 or the Gabriel could be launched from aircraft and target warships that were 20 or more kilometers away. Carrier operations were also improved with new design innovations like the angled flight deck. This allowed aircraft to take off and land on effectively separate runways, improving both safety and efficiency. Supercarriers like the Forrestal class entered service specifically designed to launch and coordinate the next generation of jet aircraft. Displacing upwards of 81,000 tons when fully loaded, these new ships were titanic in scale compared to their predecessors. It was considered futile to try and protect a warship with conventional belt and deck armor against missiles. You simply couldn't stop a half-ton missile going at Mach 3 with any reasonable amount of Krupp steel. Instead, warships focused on avoiding getting hit in the first place. Countermeasure systems and electronic warfare suites were introduced to deceive or scramble incoming missiles. Advanced anti-aircraft systems were also developed to try and shoot down incoming missiles, using radar and computer-aimed cannon. A combination of new systems like CIWS and surface-to-air missiles gave ships a chance against the missile-aircraft combination. Cannon were now almost entirely 6 inches or smaller in caliber. A new generation of auto-loading dual-purpose guns took the place of older conventional naval artillery, and this shipboard artillery was exceptionally accurate, lethal, and very fast-firing compared to what had come before. A refit of the Baltimore class, the Boston was the first guided missile cruiser in US service. She had 2 dual RIM-2 Terrier missile launchers installed on her aft quarters, along with a new helipad. The helicopter proved to be a useful tool in scouting, search and rescue, and anti-submarine warfare. Helicopters thus almost entirely replaced float planes in the post-war period. There were no shooting wars between the great navies of this period, but middle-ranked powers fought plenty of proxy battles during the Cold War. For example, on October the 21st, 1967, Egyptian missile boats managed to hit and sink the Israeli destroyer Eilat. Armed with Soviet-made SSN-2 Styx missiles, even the humble motor torpedo boat had been transformed.
Oops, sorry. We got this, Giulia just came back from Torre del Greco, and she brought this fantastic taralli. It's hard to be Italian. Food is so good. Is it beer? Kind of, the color is beer, yeah, but maybe it's tea. It's a special tea with bubbles. It beats cold pizza. Yes, it does beat cold pizza, for sure. That was Drac. I also think that Drac's voice is fantastic. I would like to use him for everything we do. He's so good. So good. Even me, I don't really understand English very well, but he's, very precise, really good. I prefer tears. Why tears? No. It's Tears for Beers. That's a new group. Where was I? Okay, yes. No, I have a few more news here. You want to show the Warhammer's battle sector thing again? He wants to. Later. First, I have to say one thing. We just released more chess maps for Panzer Corps 2. And I see this every time we launch new maps, like the number of players goes like crazy numbers. We're also going to launch soon new tournaments for Panzer Corps, so stay tuned for that. A big stuff. There are tournaments I'm going to mention later too, because that's an important part. So there's 5 new chess maps. I won't go through the detail. I think I've done it last week already, but basically 5 new amazing chess maps. Just check them out. As I was saying, battle sector video with the roadmap. It's important for me to go back to that, and we'll. When we're back, I'm going to go back to sort of tournaments and stuff. That's very important too. Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector is a game that speaks loudly to the Warhammer 40,000 fans. Black Lab Games did an exceptional job at delivering this experience in digital form when we first launched the game. Now it's time to look into the future of Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector. We want to extend a great thank you to Black Lab Games for allowing us to be here today and talk about this future with confidence.
This February, we released the latest DLC for Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector, the Tau. Tau faction has joined the fight in Battle Sector with 14 new units and brand new HQ abilities.
With the Tau DLC, we also released the map builder and campaign editor. These new in-game tools allow PC players to create and share unique maps and campaigns, while players on all platforms can download and play creations that have been uploaded.
For the new era of Battle Sector, we need and want to update our multiplayer system. Firstly, we want to expand our tournament formats. Secondly, we keep growing the number of maps available as battlefields. We want to add official ranking within Battle Sector. We want to give our community the possibility to play both in public matches for fun and in ranked games for a more focused challenge.
The Planetary Supremacy mode was added to Battle Sector ahead of Skulls in 2022. We continue to tweak and improve this mode, but we know that there is so much potential for it and that you guys deserve so much more. A big part in our plans for Battle Sector is not just to tweak Planetary Supremacy, but to completely overhaul it. We want to reimagine what it is and what it can be. It's not ready for public view yet, but we're looking forward to show you when it's time. We know that our players love the Age of Crimson Dawn campaign that comes with Battle Sector. We know that you would like to see a lot more narrative campaigns from us. We can't say yet what they are, but we promise that they're coming. And we're really looking forward to telling more stories with Battle Sector.
We released our very first free unit, the Primaris Invictor Tactical Warsuit. We decided to do it again for this year's schools. We are now adding one more free unit. With the latest patch of the game releasing today, we are adding 3 of them.
First up is the Necron's Royal Warden. They wield a potent Relic Gauss Blaster and possess enough initiative to use adaptive strategies to increase the effectiveness of nearby forces. And then, for the Tyranid faction, are the Pyrovore and the Biovore. The Pyrovore is a hulking mobile flame digestive bioform. Their dorsal mounted weapon can engulf entire squads of prey, and the burning spray can melt away some of the strongest arm. The Biovore is a piece of living artillery that the Swarm has evolved into a very different battlefield role. That's all for today's Skulls Pact release. I'm sure they're already asking, but what's next? We are delighted to announce that the next major faction for Battle Sector is in the works, and the Commissar has given me direct permission to reveal That's right, soldiers. The Astra Militarum are coming to Battle Sector.
Biovore and Pyrovore. It's what's it called? That's here he is. Come over. He has to say it.
Challenge me.
Come on. I leave you. Okay, you can sit here. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Primaris Invictor Tactical Warsuit.
See, we can do this stuff live because I really wanted that to happen. Anyway, he said the thing. Yeah, he said it. He said it. He keeps saying it. He doesn't say hello in the morning. He said primary. Blah, blah, blah. So on Warhammer Battle Sector, there are 2 tournaments open. Unfortunately, one of the tournaments is not available anymore because that's the knockout tournament. We said we were going to open one for 32 players, but it filled in like 2 hours. So we're trying to understand now if it makes sense to open another one. But in the meantime, there's still a classic Swiss Swiss tournament. Swiss style tournament open. You can subscribe to that, and in the meantime we'll sort of see what to do with opening more positions on the knockout. And you fill up with all the same players, of course. But make sure that you check it out, because I think the cool thing about the knockout, we'll see how it goes for other games as well, but they're faster, and you'll see a lot more fun in doing more simultaneously. So we'll see how it happens, how it works. But in the meantime, there's tournaments open for that. They all kick off on June 10th, and there's also going to be more tournaments happening on Panzer Corps. We still need to sort of set them up, but that's also going to be in a moment. And and Francesca's just been clipped. So, see, that's why we love you guys. Sales, okay. Sales we have, of course, the end of the Skull sale. You still have 25 minutes to go. After that, you have on the Slitherine and Matrix, you've got there's a World War I sale. Also, all World War I games are on massive sale. Plus, there's Starship Troopers and Command are both on sale on our website. Make sure you take full advantage of that. Now, for the streaming schedule, nothing. Ah, here it is. Now, today, after this, we have Field of Glory Kingdoms with Hexaboo, and at 6:30, Yog is playing the chess maps, the new chess maps for Panzer Corps 2. Tomorrow we've got a pretty busy day with Headquarters and Richard York, Terminator at 8 p.m. with Gamer and XTRG playing Panzer Corps Frontline Bulge. And by the way, welcome XTRG to the team. I think he's soon joining. I don't remember when exactly, but welcome to the team officially. On Saturday, we have Yog playing Field of Glory Kingdoms in preview at 4 p.m. For Matrix Monday, we have a full Monday of war games with Flashpoint campaigns at 4:15 with Sergeant Z-Dog, Rule the Waves with Hexaboo at 6:15, and again Hexaboo is going to be tired after that at 8:15. Combat Mission Battle Pack 2, and on Tuesday, of course, I said we have Field of Glory Day, and on Wednesday we have Field of Glory Kingdoms. Plus Strategic Command World War I, War in the Pacific preview with Yog Dog, starting at 2:30 p.m. and going on forever until 8 p.m. with Richard York playing Field of Glory 2. So there's quite a lot happening. I'm pretty happy to say that all this happening is because we have great games, we have a great community following us. We wouldn't be doing all this without all you guys following and giving us precious advice and feedback. We are going to sort of have a pretty busy month of June with lots of releases, lots of events, lots of stuff happening. Make sure that you follow us. Next week we have Field of Glory Day, and then on Thursday we have Tea Time plus release of Combat Mission Battle Normandy Battle Pack 2, and this is going to kick off a great month of June. We look forward to that before we kick off the summer events, which are going to be even bigger. I am already booked for 4 more episodes of Geek Recipe. So I look forward to that. And in the meantime, guys, go play some games, subscribe to tournaments, have fun with our games, and we'll see you next week on Thursday. Bye-bye.